them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients
affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1. Watch out. Here I come. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
There ain't no doubt in my mind. This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself.
It's for teachers,
students,
designers,
Mechanics,
scientists,
And millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
There ain't no doubt in my mind. This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
And welcome to Amelia Park Ice Arena, your home of the Westfield High School Bombers as they're getting ready to take on the visiting Ludlow Lions. Zamboni is making its final laps around. Westfield team lined up to enter the ice. Looking to be an exciting matchup between the 5-5 Bombers and the 5-6 Ludlow Lions. Welcome to Amelia Park Ice Arena, home of the Westfield High School Bombers. They're getting ready to take on the Ludlow Lions tonight. 7:45 is the time. It's looking to be an exciting matchup. The Bombers at an even 5-5 record. Ludlow at a 5-6-1 record. The Bombers looking for a victory as we approach February break. last game we covered here at Amelia Park Ice Arena, same place. It was a 5-1 win against West Springfield. First really dominant home showing of the year that we saw from the Bombers squad. Played a couple more games since then, won a couple, lost a couple. It's been a very up and down season for Westfield High.
Fact that we need to be shooting from the D line. We're coming in towards the slot and we're not getting shots off. They're getting blocked in traffic. If we can get shots off from the D line and get tips, we're going to score a lot more often.
That's right, yes. Big thing about hockey is that sometimes you take a shot that seems like an easy save, it takes a weird bounce. You never know. Those sometimes can go in. So take your chances, let go of that puck more. Get it on net, and you'll get some lucky bounces. Our player to watch tonight for the Westfield High School Bombers is the starting goaltender, Owen Colbath. 433 playing minutes on the season. Let in 20 goals on 166 shots for a save percentage of 86.4. I've seen a couple of his friends in the crowd walking in for tonight's game. And he's a big part of this Bombers team. He plays well, the team plays well. He shut out West Side, was a big part of stopping some key scoring chances at the start of the game, allowing the Bombers to take control and come up with a lead that they never let go of. So while it's up to the offense to get chances, get shots on net, it's up to Colbath to cover when those chances don't come easy. So he's our player to watch tonight. He's taking some warm-up shots right now. The senior from Westfield Technical Academy, between the pipes for the Bombers, Owen Colbath.
they're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself.
It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics,
Scientists.
And millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1. Watch out. Here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
There ain't no doubt in my mind. This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
Short break. Westfield High School Bombers versus the Ludlow High Lions. We're going to hand things over to the in-arena PA for starting lineups. And we will be ready for puck drop.
to the Westfield line. That's Ludlow.
Owen Colbath in between the pipes for the Bombers. In the blue paint for Ludlow is Peter LeBourne. Mafia's going to get ready to take the center draw. Start things off. 15-minute periods. First of 3. Bombers bench hyped up. Puck is dropped. Drops back to Brady Corliss. He'll chase after it in his own defensive zone. Pass up ice. Goes awry. Icing. So 12 seconds off the clock right away. About the same setup here for this draw. Ludlow coming away with this one around the Bombers' net, looking for an opening. Pass looking side of the Bombers' net. That pass attempt goes ways away. Ludlow goaltender slaps it over to his defender. Far corner of the Ludlow defensive zone, battling for it. The Lions come away with it up the ice. Brady Corley steals a hit in the Bombers' bench. Battling near corner of the Bombers' zone. Puck's tied up. Corliss comes away with it, wrapping it around behind his own net. Now pinned to the boards again. Bombers just barely able to clear the zone. Now in defensive zone, looking to reset, get someone going. Pass goes a little bit off. Lemansky giving pressure as Ludlow holds their defensive zone, looking to get an option on the attack. Ludlow behind their own net. Turns it over. Still battling for it. Near side boards. It's a loose puck and it drifts away. Ludlow will hold this one. Able to clear the offensive zone. Westfield dumps it right back in. Staying on side, looking. Trying to circle through. Near side corner, Ludlow picks it up. That dump attempt is successful. 2-on-2 the other way, looking for a passing option. Here's the three-man shot. He scores. Open in the high slot. Ludlow is on the board first. Took a 2-on-2 opportunity, found the third man trailing back, and made it work. Took the shot between the face-off circles. And it trickled past Colbath after hitting his pad, I believe. Center ice draw now. Westfield trying to go up the ice to put up numbers here if they're speedy. Still in the neutral zone. They'll try to dump it in and run a chase play. It's Mafia giving pressure to the Ludlow defender. He carries it through neutral ice. Pass picked off. Through. Westfield has numbers. Quick shot. Stick save. Behind the Ludlow net now. Westfield battling for it. The Lions come away. Picked off by Mafia. Kept in the zone. Circling on the face-off circle. Pass, looking, shooting, tied up by the defender. Nothing on that. Pass from one defender to another along the blue line. Taking a check, he'll lose it as he enters the offensive zone. Westfield, his defensive end, wipes out, able to keep it away from the Ludlow attacker. Westfield looks like they're trying to be a little pretty here. Dumping it into the far corner. Ludlow will attempt to carry it up. Mafia battling for it behind the Lions' net. Looking, shooting, firing! Off the toe, a little bit off. That one went through the blue paint. And stayed out. Mafia behind Ludlow's net. Pass to the near side corner gets picked off. Bombers playing a passive game, looking forwards to make it pretty. Looking, shooting into the glove of the Ludlow goaltender. Westfield wearing white tonight. Ludlow in that deep red. Lions come away with the draw. Trying to make it up ice. Makes a move past one defender. Looking, shooting. Pad save, rebounds. They score. The disadvantage with numbers. And yet, a Ludlow goal. 5 minutes into the game. A little over 5 minutes. That's the junior Evan Diaz for the Ludlow Lions, sending the Bombers up 2-0 early. Westfield comes away with the center ice draw hit. Catches Mafia looking low. Ludlow comes away with it behind the own net. Big difference maker tonight has been Westfield losing these puck battles. As here's Westfield with a chance in front. Backhands it wide. At the point. Did that stay in? Officials say it does. Battling still. Still keeping it in the zone. Looking into the slot, firing straight into the chest of the Ludlow goaltender. Bombers offensive zone draw. Drop it back to the point, backhands it into the near corner. Still battling for it. Ludlow comes away. Dumps it in. Ludlow has numbers here. Looking. Quick shot right into the chest of Kobath. And makes the whistle blow before anything dangerous can happen. Off the draw, hits the side of the net. Looking, quick shot, looking into the glove of the goaltender, going straight the other way. That chance from Brody Hollister. Mafia taking yet another draw here. Looking, shot from the point, hits the pad, rebound doesn't go. 2-on-2 the other way. Could be a 3-on-2 here. Bombers have this one. Back and forth through neutral ice. No one can seem to get a clear hold of it. Ludlow has it. Looking, face-off circle, shot! Toe save from Kobath! Those are the types of saves that this Bomber squad needs right now. So here come the Bombers, might have numbers the other way. They lose control of it real quickly. Absolutely beautiful save on that pass through the goal crease.
Save of the game.
Hollister. Oh, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say save of the season. For at least from what I've seen here.
Definitely a good candidate.
Yeah, for sure. Ludlow now, they might have a chance the other way. He's alone, looking, firing into the shoulder of Kobath. Another solid save. Drifts out of the offensive zone. Ludlow holds in their own territory. Battling at the red line. Into Bombers' defensive territory. Around Kobath's net. Off the ice. Nothing on that, no icing or anything of the sort. At the point. Can't seem to get all the way in. Quick angle. That one doesn't go. Battle behind the net now. Westfield taking a sharp angle shot. Rebound, another sharp angle shot. And the whistle blows.
Don't know what the call was there.
There's a chance that hit the netting. I'm not sure. Nobody going to the box. It was a clean play. So still 5-on-5 hockey. Another quick shot off the draw. Hits the Ludlow goaltender's glove. Attack up the ice. Far side boards trying to make a move. Looking. Rebound. Goal goes over the top of the net there. Slap pass around the corner boards. Turned it over. Ludlow gets it right back. Looking. Makes a move through the slot. Looking. Defenders get there. They're able to slap it to safety. Ludlow still has it at the point. That one weak and wide. Around the back of the net, that pass goes. Westfield dumping it down. Not enough for icing. Westfield forwards colliding in neutral territory. This Ludlow attack has left Westfield scrambling. Here they come, ruling offsides.
Yeah, I didn't have full possession over the blue line.
Close call, one you have to blow dead, though. So a neutral zone draw. Brody Hollister jumping the gun a little bit and that pass up high. Ludlow comes away with the draw here. Onto the attack, slapping it around the back of the Bombers' net. Ludlow's aggressive play style is left the Bombers on their back foot. Here's a chance. Looking, firing, rebounds. Westfield defender is there to make sure no shot opportunity comes of that. Here comes Mafia, one-on-one, loses control of the puck. And turns it over. Ludlow attacker boxed in. Get it to his partner. Ludlow behind the Bombers' net, trying to look for a pass option. Drops it to the defender who circles in on the net. Shot, looking for a tip there, doesn't go. Now the Bombers up ice. Josh Elmer, that's nailed. Squashed between a couple of Ludlow bodies. He's lost his stick. It's in front of the Ludlow goal crease. It's behind the play. Ludlow, point shot, blocked in traffic. Keeping up the relentless pressure. Ludlow far point now. Shot, looking for a tip or a screen there. Dodging a check, trying to clear the zone. Won't cross the blue line. Circling around, that one will. Intercepted by Ludlow, neutral territory. It's Corliss on the pressure there. Westfield still, just barely able to clear the zone there. They might have numbers here. Here he comes, looking pass to the slot, looking, backhander. goes wide on the right side. Corliss slapping it through the goal crease. That one leaves the zone. Westfield offside. Ludlow back to the attack, trying to get something going here. High face-off circle crushed in the boards. High slot, finds the opening, goes wide right. Battle in the far corner. Ludlow able to get into the slot. Fortunately, the Westfield defenders there to prevent anything from coming of it. Turned over in neutral territory. Westfield not able to get that. Westfield hasn't gotten a steady hold on this puck. Here's a breakaway. Brody Hollister looking. He's got options. Fires and scores on the backhand. That's Brody Hollister making his move to put the Bombers on the board. It's a one-goal game. Beautiful goal. Ludlow defenders lost track of him. Westfield making a risky play, basically playing short-handed on the defense. But that meant Mafia could flip that puck over, get it to Hollister free of charge for a breakaway, which he was sure to capitalize on. Ludlow coming away with this puck. They'll dump it in. Round the back of the Bombers' net. Battling near side boards. Mafia comes away with it. Trying to get another man advantage, tripped up. Clean play. Just lost his footing there. Ludlow in their own defensive zone taking pressure. Westfield keeping it in. They haven't had control of this puck here, but they've kept it in their offensive zone. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the first period of play. Quick, weak shot from the point. Rebound, nobody's there. Around the back of the Ludlow net, held by the winger. Trying to get up to his defender. Top of the far side face-off circle. No whistle there as that puck went high up into the air. Might have hit something. Doesn't look like it did. Westfield circling behind the Ludlow net. Trying to make a move here. Very high slot. High and wide right. Ludlow the other way. Poked away. Keeping control. Hollister has this one. Decides to take it from neutral territory himself. Taking pressure from two Ludlow defenders. He'll try to dump it in. As it crosses the red line. Sitting right there. Ludlow attacker trying to pass that thing into the slot. Doesn't go. Go. Sharp angle behind the Bombers' net. Now looking pass off the toe. Foot covered by Colbath. And things pile up in front of the Westfield net. Able to keep that foot on the post and keep that puck out of the net on the wraparound opportunity. Trey Lemansky taking the straw for the Bombers, wins it. Bombers attempting to clear the zone. That puck blown dead, supposedly out of play. Westfield able to clear their defensive zone. Coming up the ice now. They're going to make a passing option. Mafia shooting. Hits the top of the glass. Blown dead out of play. 4 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Kobath looking towards his bench. He'll stay in. We've seen it done before. Westfield attempting to get the extra man by pulling their goalie in the last couple seconds of the period. Ludlow comes away with this one. That's why you don't do that. Whistle blows as the Lions enter neutral territory. Your score after 1 period of play, Ludlow 2, Westfield 1. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second period.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, So be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon. Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
There ain't no doubt in my mind. This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
And we are back for Bombers hockey here at Amelia Park Ice Arena. Second period of action coming right up soon. It's that last Zamboni finishes up its lap and heads its way down its tunnel. This matchup between the Ludlow Lions and the Westfield High School Bombers. It's a 1-goal difference after the first 15 minutes of play. Goal from Brody Hollister, cutting the deficit after a quick start with 2 goals in the first 5 minutes for Ludlow. Key right now is to get control of that puck. When Westfield gets it, it's bouncing like crazy. You know, they really can't seem to get control of it, start things off, and set up chances. So that's the first step. They got to focus on maintaining control of the puck in this second period of action. Help out their goaltender, Colbath, as well. He can't make all these great saves on his own. He needs defense to help limit those chances. Bombers take the ice, let out by Owen Colbath. They'll be on the far side of me for this second period of play. The ice is clear, the ice is fresh, it's wet. See the reflections of players' skates in the lights here at Amelia. Fans trickle back in from their snack breaks, their bathroom breaks. Period 2 is just getting started right now.
Shots in that last period were 12-10 in favor of Ludlow. Colbath definitely getting pestered from the slot, but definitely coming up with big-time saves.
The center ice draw to get the second period underway. Ludlow dumps it into their attacking zone. Westfield behind their own net. Mafia taking a hit into the Ludlow bench. He'll lose control of the puck. He's shaking past one defender, shaking past another, makes the pass opening. Tight angle shot into the pad of the Ludlow goaltender. Westfield's able to make the steal and hold it in at the faceoff circle. Another tight angle shot looking. Rebound off the foot of Hollister doesn't go. Around the back of the Ludlow net is the pass attempt. Gets deflected in traffic. Ludlow trying to come away with it. They have 2-on-1 the other way. They could have a third looking, making the shot. Deflected by Corliss.
Tough break there for the D.
Yes. Now Westfield the other way has got one man to beat. Looking, loses control of the puck. Hollister there to get the pass opening. High slot, doesn't go. Defender unable to keep that puck in the zone at the point. Westfield will reset. Looking, turnover, shooting, scores! Mafia ties the game! A mishandled puck from the Ludlow goaltender, and this game is even. Peter Laborn, the junior goaltender for the Ludlow Lions, must have thought he was safe to handle that puck. Clearly not. Mafia's got wheels. And he was able to beat the target to that pass.
Definitely coming out as a goaltender to play that puck is always a hit or miss.
Yep, Ludlow the other way now. Quick shot, blocked in traffic. But yeah, absolutely, it's a risky play. Westfield comes up the ice now looking to make the lead for the first time. Pass to the slot, doesn't go. Fanning on the shot attempt is the Westfield captain. That's Lemansky behind the Ludlow net. Ludlow now attempting to get something going on the attack. Westfield making a check. Oh, shot from the point, they score. That one trickled past everybody. Ludlow's got the lead right back. That shot and goal from the defenseman junior Gavin Harrington. Found the opening in traffic and capitalized. Went past the right side of Colbath. Ludlow has their lead right back. Mafia boxed in by 4 Ludlow defenders. Huge collision from behind. Crowd's loving that one. Ludlow keeps control of the puck behind the net. Sharp angle looking for a pass option. Doesn't go. Another big hit. Here comes Mafia. Looking at the face-off circle. Will fire it himself and score! That's 2 goals in 2 minutes for Mafia. This game is tied once again. The 2-on-2 with that second Ludlow defender trailing close behind. Mafia looking for a pass option, decides it's not there. Snap shot beats the Ludlow goaltender.
Patience is key on that one. Just had all day.
100%. So that's 3 goals in 3 minutes to start the second period. Westfield on the offensive again. They lose control. Ludlow coming up now. That pass deflected in traffic. Here's Mafia again. He's got a passing outlet. He'll make his shot. He scores! An electric start to the second period. And the Bombers have the lead. That one's Chase Liptak breaking the tie. Open in the slot. Mafia making the pass towards him. An aggressive second period for both sides as the Bombers scoring 3 goals in 3.5 minutes. Of course, Ludlow had one as well there. Just goal after goal to start things off. Ludlow coming up now through neutral territory. Short and strong. It's that Ludlow attacker. Bombers coming up through neutral territory, battling for it in the far side boards right at the red line. Ludlow dumps it into the Westfield zone. Mishandled there. Westfield with the puck. Coming up now, just has one guy to beat. He won't be able to get anything off there. Service behind the Ludlow net. Dumps it around. Lemansky looking for an opening. Trying to find an opening in the slot. That puck is loose. Whistle blows. Slash.
Yep.
So it looks like that'll be Westfield headed to the power play. Can't see the number of the player in the box with that talk. So the Bombers, after scoring 3 to Ludlow's 1 to get things off in the second period, they have a power play opportunity to extend that lead that they've just earned. Mafia near side, Lemansky at the blue line, looking, shooting. Brody Hollister, backhand shot into the chest of the Ludlow goaltender. Solid chance, Lemansky. All the top line guys for Westfield out right now. Ludlow unable to ice it. Now they're successful in clearing the zone. Westfield resetting. Looking to get right back to it. They turn it over on that pass. They'll slap it in all the way down the ice with 45 seconds expired on the slashing penalty against the Lions. Ludlow looking for a short-handed opportunity. Westfield attackers waiting high up the ice as there's a collision. The red circle. Ludlow might have a chance here. There's an opening. Looking. Nothing there. Ludlow bench looking for a penalty on that play. Hollister trying to get through. And neutral ice. That's Hollister at the north side boards. Pass drop back to Corliss. Doesn't go. Now about 35 seconds to go on the power play for the Bombers, looking to extend their lead after scoring 3 in the first few minutes of the second period. Mafia looking to get something going. Bottom of the face-off circle, circling around the Ludlow net. Makes the pass to the point. Point to point. Hollister to Mafia. High slot. Gets tied up. Point back to Mafia. Hollister looking, shooting off the stick of the Ludlow goaltender and wide. Comes Ludlow. The power play is expired. Back to even strength. Now puck hits the netting and goes out of play.
Ludlow's only had 1 shot, and that was the goal at the beginning of the period. Defense has definitely picked it up.
Westfield on both sides of the puck has managed to claw themselves back into this game. Now holding the lead. It's hard to believe, but when this period started, it was 2-1. Now it's 4-3, and we've only got 7 minutes off the clock here. Quick shot. Goes wide, hits a defender's stick. Ludlow continuing an attack. Ludlow at the point. At the point pass, top of the face-off circle. Looking for an opening in the slot. That one doesn't go. Westfield up ice now. They might have a 2-on-1 if they're speedy. Ludlow defender gets there. Tries to slap it. Keeps it in the zone. Ludlow still carries. Westfield now coming with it. Referee's arm goes up, looking, shooting wide on the delayed penalty. The call there, a hook. Westfield, grade A scoring chance doesn't go, but they'll be headed to the power play nonetheless. Call you can't afford to give up after a defensive lapse to start the period. Mafia will be taking this draw. Hollister's on his right. Ludlow comes away with this one, dumps it right down. Kobath leaving his crease to settle it for Corliss. Makes the pass down the ice to Hollister. Ludlow's stick got in there. Didn't really interfere with the direction of that pass. Lemansky far point. Mafia turns it over. Ludlow headed up the ice. They're carrying this one through. Trying to break through the defender as that puck glides to the near corner. 30 seconds off the power play clock. It's Lemansky for the Bombers, carrying it up ice. Makes the pass to the wrong jersey. Ludlow dumps it all the way down again. Kobath, yet again, will settle for Corliss. Ludlow holding this puck, short-handed chance. Shot goes high and wide. Westfield trying to get something going. Around the near corner of the Ludlow zone. Around the net's Hollister. Collision between two Westfield defenders. Now Ludlow looking for a call on that play. Leaves the zone. Westfield back in on the offensive. Far side corner. An option looking, shooting from the point. Deflected in traffic. Ludlow dumps it again. Not much on either of these power play chances so far for the Bombers as we approach the last 20 seconds to the Ludlow hooking minor. Whistle blows, offside the call. Things may just be starting to settle down after that explosive start to the period as Ludlow comes away with that draw, holds in their own defensive zone. The penalty expires. It's back to 5-on-5. Westfield stays in the offensive here. On the back of the net, little too weak to get to the intended target. Far side corner battle. Couple passes nowhere. Ludlow might have a chance the other way here. He's got a break. Looking, firing, scores. This game once again is tied. A breakaway for the Lions. I believe that's another goal from a Ludlow defenseman. Puck is dropped once again, get things going. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the second period. We're over halfway through the game time. Westfield in neutral territory. Poked away, keeping control. Mafia, far side corner, making the pass attempt, doesn't go. Neutral ice, that one just barely hits the boards in front of the Ludlow bench. Ludlow on the attack now, collision near side boards. Trying to make a deke through the Ludlow wingers, gets in the zone. Here's Mafia looking high over the top of the net, keeping it in, point shot, a little too weak there. Get something going, collision behind the play. Looking towards the official for a call, won't get it. Although remaining on the attack, sharp angle, hits the far corner boards. Another shot off the pad here. Westfield making an approach, dumping it in off the pad of the goaltender. That'll count as a shot. Very back and forth game. Really could still belong to anyone. Nobody's broken it open yet. Looks like the Bombers may have to start this second period, but game remains tied. Ludlow behind the Bombers net. It's Brody Hollister for the Bombers trying to carry it up the ice. Through neutral territory onto the attack. He's got numbers here. Trying to break through one defender. Looking, shooting into the glove of the Ludlow goaltender. Standing tall, Peter LeBourne gets it with the glove. as Hollister made himself room. The draw. Ludlow comes away with it up into the neutral zone. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Bombers could have a break here, looking up ice. Pass to the slot, looking off the glove, an incredible save. Keeps this game even. Westfield offside, they'll have to reset. Mafia into the far corner from the near side point. Ludlow, neutral territory. Pass tipped off the blade of the stick. Can't keep control though. Westfield coming up. They've got numbers. Looking pass into the slot. Deflected off a foot. Rebound. That puck is still loose. Westfield at the point. Point-to-point pass, looking for a deflection there. Lemansky to the high slot. Doesn't go. Ludlow turns it over. Tripped up.
No call.
No call there. You really could have argued either side. Get a trip. Now here's Mafia. High slot. Lots of pressure from defenders. Nothing on the quick shot. Looking for a tip in. Hollister. Shot goes wide. Might have hit a stick in traffic. That one. Deflected up. Hits the netting. As we approach the last minute of play in the second period. A rowdy crowd. Officials aren't having it. Ludlow behind their own net, trying to get last-second offensive opportunity. Westfield offside. They'll have to reset. Giving pressure to the Ludlow defender carrying behind his own net. Clears the zone. Preventing a whistle, letting that puck slide between his legs. Here comes another offensive chance for the Bombers. Makes the pass, looking. There's an opening. Bodies in front, off the post. I can't believe that one didn't go in.
How did that not go in?
I looked like it must have. It was on the line. Mafia. 5 seconds to go in the period. Ludlow up the other way. This will end it. Ludlow, quick chance. Second on the clock. It'll expire before the shot comes off. Scrambling in front of the net. Bodies everywhere. Mafia found the opening and hit the post. Hit the side. Hit the inside. Inside side of the post, if I'm making sense. And it went through the blue paint, stayed out. Miracle that Ludlow is still deadlocked with the Bombers right now. Second period of play over. We'll take a quick break and be back with the third. For now, your score 4-4. Game's even between the Bombers and the Lions.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
There ain't no doubt in my mind. This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, So be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon. Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check NHT.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself.
It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics,
Scientists.
And millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
So an unhappy crowd the other night at Westfield girls basketball game. Some altercations in the stands. We're hoping we don't see more of that here tonight. Some people appear to seem getting pretty heated with the officials. 4-4 your score after 2 periods of play. We're getting started for the third. As both teams huddle up. They're getting their game plan ready.
This is going to be a wild period, so buckle up.
100% after that electric all hands on deck offensive start to the second period and kind of a messy end to the second. We'll see something wild. Something that you don't normally see at hockey games. Going to happen, I suppose. Westfield neutral zone. Dumping it in. Battling. Westfield tight angle shot. Ludlow tackle trying to clean up. Tied up. Gets that puck eventually. Had an opening at the point. Bodies between him and there. Weak shot, unable to get tipped, and that one off the Kobat's stick and out of danger. It's Chase Liptak taking a hit along the boards as he encroaches into Ludlow territory. Comes Westfield on the attack, looking, shooting. Goaltender is able to catch that. So we see a minor altercation after the whistle.
Looks like both of them are going. Maybe?
It's either both of them or none of them.
I believe it's going to be both.
Yes.
I'm guessing 5-on-5 here.
Yup. So matching penalties on the play for roughing after the whistle blows. So stay 5-on-5. Quick shot high over the net from the point. Behind the Ludlow net, battling for it. Ludlow up the ice, taking pressure from the Bombers defender, Ludlow. They've got numbers. Quick shot. Deflects off the glove of Kobath and goes wide. Ludlow kept that puck in, but not for very long. Neutral territory, battling for it again. Making a move. Ludlow has options. Off the left leg of Owen Kobath. Westfield behind their own net. Still a relatively clean sheet of ice. 2 minutes said and done in the third period of action. Still a 4-4 tie. There's Tragan Lemansky up the way for the Bombers, getting onto the attack. Near corner battle. Held in at the point by Mafia. He's able to get there after making a line change. And that puck hits the netting, whistle blows. It's an interesting feature of Amelia Park Arena. The glass along neutral territory, relatively low. So there's more than usual for pucks out of play calls hitting the netting all the way around. Westfield in the neutral zone off their offensive zone draw. Head drop back. Whistle offside. Not sure if there was a fan chirping there or who that was. Westfield defender. Dump it in. Icing the call. So an offsides and an icing on back-to-back plays. This zone of the ice still pretty shiny here. Ludlow behind the Bombers' net. Bombers wingers get there, heading up ice now. Over the blue line, looking quick shot off the pad, rebound is behind the Ludlow net. Shot from the point, hits the pad, rebound doesn't go the Bombers' way. Neutral territory battle. Brody Hollister team pressures. He's in on the offensive now. Westfield neutral territory. Ludlow able to steal it. Doesn't have a passing outlet. Tries to make a connection anyway. Still keeping the puck there. That one deflects and trickles wide to the right of Owen Kobath. Brody Hollister hustling for that puck. Quick shot. Ends up going behind the net. Ludlow approaching on offense. They lose control. Pass a little too strong to handle for the attacker. Ludlow still trying to make something happen, but here's Mafia. Unable to keep that control of the puck, get the breakaway. Behind the Ludlow net, circling around, tries to make a pass opening to the point. Or excuse me, to the slot. The shot is gloved by the Ludlow goaltender. Solid save for a puck that was looking to hit that top right corner. Ludlow comes away with it off the draw. Now without a turnover, Westfield in neutral ice. Ludlow, they have a breakaway here. Won't get there. Kobath will handle and cover. Looks like that must have been a sure break right there for the Ludlow Lions, but connection just off. Westfield now trying to get out of their own zone. It's Corliss around the back of the zone. That makes the pass connection through neutral territory. Ludlow now carrying. Ludlow up the ice. Shot way up high. Hits the glass above the head of Kolbath. Still battling in neutral territory. Lots of uncertainty as to who has control of this puck in this last frame of regulation hockey. A fanned attempt to clear, and Ludlow's battling for it in the near side corner of their offensive zone. Mafia trying to get something to happen. Can't be in the foot race to that puck. Lemansky carries it in. Tries to make a move, doesn't get there. Mafia. So gets the puck away from him right as he's hit, turns it over. Ludlow on the offensive. Near side corner. Pass between Westfield defenders through neutral territory. Westfield has numbers here. Mafia's got a break. Looking, he scores! That is that a hat trick? I believe that's his third of the night.
That is the third.
This game's 5-4. Westfield with the lead. Mafia looks like he had a defender to beat in the neutral zone. Got through him. Found the breakaway and slid it 5-hole. At the 8:55 mark in the third period. And off the center ice draw, Westfield will ice the puck.
Definitely don't want to let off the gas here. Ludlow's still shooting.
No, absolutely not. Still anybody's game. If anything, I'd take the chance to continue to be aggressive here. Now's not the time to take your foot off the gas. Ludlow keeping it in the zone just barely. Continuing to give pressure. The Westfield defenders holding it in their own territory. Hollister. Westfield's got numbers. Looking, shooting into the slot. The deflection doesn't go. Whistle blows.
That's off.
That's right. So it'll be a neutral zone draw. Right on that Bombers hockey logo painted into the ice. Draw one by the Bombers. Back trying to make a dump here. Ludlow, they could have a chance. Looking pass made, doesn't go off the body. The Ludlow attacker. Westfield in control, out of their defensive zone. Crisis averted, trying to go the other way here. Looking, tight angle shot. Looks like that may have hit the side of the net. Ludlow. Neutral territory battle for it. Westfield comes away. They have their own defensive zone. They're carrying it up. Long pass to Lemansky. Both teams unable to get control. Ludlow now Battling for it, far side corner of their offensive zone. Board battle, Ludlow player down. Whistle doesn't blow. Ludlow keeps it in just barely. Westfield the other way, looking for the hanging attacker, Lemansky, fanning on the pass. Mafia now carries it over the blue line, round the back of the Ludlow net. Inside of 7 minutes to go. Point shot into the chest of the Ludlow goaltender. So a couple chances in that sequence of play for Ludlow to even the score. A couple of less severe chances for Westfield to extend their lead. The draw goes into the far side corner. Corliss at the point looking. Into the slot, trickles out. Hollister will dump it in behind the net. Pivots behind the net, looking for a wraparound. Won't get it. Stoned by the right leg of the Ludlow Lion goaltender. Now Ludlow up the other way through neutral territory. Big collision. Ludlow still has control of the puck. Still in. Battling for it. Still Ludlow on the offensive. Into the slot, stays out. Icing. And a little attempt to provoke the Ludlow defensemen. As both teams will send out fresh lines. The Ludlow offensive zone draw. A pass trickled, that shot trickled through the air into the chest of Kobath. Lemansky's taking the draw. He comes away with it himself through neutral territory. Westfield coming up. They have numbers here. They can speed it up, find the pass opening. Westfield still near side corner. Pass doesn't go to its intended target. Kobath leaving his net. Makes the pass. As a Ludlow attacker, and started to give him pressure.
Scared the daylights out of me.
Oh, yeah. No, that's terrifying. No matter what team you're rooting for. You know, I feel like Lemansky. I feel like no matter what team you're rooting for in a game like this, you don't want to see that happen to a goalie. It's probably the most embarrassing thing that can happen in hockey. And Kobath's ability to settle that puck and make the pass, critical to making that play work out. Ludlow has 3. Westfield has 3 off the left pad of Kobath. Westfield up ice now, poked, held in by the Ludlow attackers. Poke check attempt. Control will dump it in, pass into the slot. Penalty called for interference. In the slot there, Tyler Goodrow will be headed to the box for 2 minutes. Penalties like this can be costly, so it's up to our first showing of the Bombers' penalty kill of the night. Inside of 5 minutes to go while holding on to a 1-goal lead. Mafia will be taking this. Oh, Hollister switching in for Mafia. 5-on-4 hockey. Ludlow the advantage. Shot off the blocker of Kobath to the far point. Keeping control of it as Hollister pressures. Staying in the far point. Point-to-point pass. Loses his footing. Westfield able to dump it through neutral ice. That puck wobbling a little bit forces Ludlow to go all the way back behind their own net to kill off the first 30 seconds of the man advantage. Ludlow's got numbers here. Near corner, pivoting to the slot. Their point-to-point pass. Behind the Westfield net, pass looking, sharp angle. It's free in the crease. Westfield comes away with it, trying to dump it out. Whistle blown. A Ludlow player is hurt. Able to get up on his own 2 feet. Skate down some fans behind the Bombers' net, chirping them. Yeah, some fans behind the net chirping the downed Ludlow player. Not the kind of stuff you like to see inside of 4 minutes to go. Third period, 1-goal game. Ludlow remains on the man advantage. Westfield clears the zone. Over half the penalty killed off. Ludlow in their defensive territory, maintaining control. Lemansky picking off the passes in neutral territory. Killing off a couple extra seconds here. Ludlow now looking for an opening. Shot deflected in traffic and into the very back of the Westfield defensive zone. Battle near side boards. Ludlow comes away with it, looking for an opening pass. Nobody home. Westfield clears successfully. Couple of players switching out for line changes as the penalty expires. A huge kill. Now 2 minutes 35 to go in the game. Last, of course, we see an overtime. It's that puck. That one hit the post?
That one hit the right post.
Oh, yeah. About the same thing we saw in that Mafia chance in the second. Ludlow. Chance, they score. Bottom of the face-off circle. Snap shot. Found the opening. This game is back to even with 2 minutes to go. Feel like I might have jinxed it by saying these were the last 2 minutes. So yeah, I'd like to apologize for that.
That came back to bite you in the butt.
Yep. So I believe how it works in high school, it's what, 5-minute overtime? If there's nothing after that, it's a draw?
I think so, yep.
Yeah. We'll see that maybe tonight. Mafia looking. Oh, never mind. Mafia's got his 4th of the night. Breaks the deadlock within seconds. You know what? Maybe I should just stop talking. 6-5, your score now. Again, Mafia's 4th of the night. Ludlow calling a timeout.
Yep.
Ludlow able to tie the game, but Westfield regains the lead, what, maybe about 5, not even 10 seconds. So they'll use their timeout.
Sort of. 11-8, the shots in this period.
I remember a couple years ago in Summer Rec League, I had to play. Much like that Mafia play, winning the draw, going up the ice, scoring right away. Still haunts me to this day that I went left side post, crossbar, and out. Didn't go.
That might have been against me, actually. No,
Yeah, I think it was. I think it
in
was,
that.
yes.
Why'd you say that?
I got a hattie on you later that day anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Ludlow coming over with the draw, up the ice on the attack. Face-off circle, shot goes wide. Hollister. The pass to Chase Lip tackle makes. Drop ice trying to get through defenders. Pad save. Ludlow. Attacker making a move. Sharp angle to the point.
Empty net, Ludlow.
Ludlow. Extra attacker now for the Lions. Collision Westfield trying to put the game away. Minute and a half to go. Ludlow in the slot. Bodies piling in front of the net. Mafia in control of it. Loses it. Ludlow picks it off. Glove by Kolbath. Minute 10 to go. Westfield still up 1.
Parents still giving it to the refs.
Oh, yeah. Romanski on the draw for Westfield. Loses it. Opening. Doesn't get it. Kolbath covers. Defender tied up that chance on an open net. Didn't let anything come of it. No, is that first time out Westfield this one, Ludlow?
Might have been. I don't know.
Maybe.
I would assume Westfield's calling timeout now.
Yeah,
Make sure everything's in order.
Yeah, you'd assume it'd be the other way around, but over the PA, not sure if it can be heard on the broadcast. Ludlow calling this timeout. So just over a minute to go. Westfield holding the 1-goal lead off of Mafia's 4th of the night. That 4th goal of the night coming straight off of a Ludlow goal. Only a few seconds had elapsed between the puck hitting the back of each net. Ludlow ready to go in their near side offensive zone circle. They're keeping the net empty. Kolbath re-entering screen. Everyone's pumped up here at Amelia Park. Lemanski taking the draw. Hollister comes away with it. Shot wide from neutral ice. It will be icing.
How did he miss that?
It's a tough one. Sometimes it goes off your blade wrong. It happens. And yet now, less than a minute to go. Another offensive zone draw for Ludlow. Lansky taking this one again for the Bombers. Same exact build on this play. Mafia up the ice looking for his 5th. He got it! The pass from Hollister off the draw. Mafia in neutral ice. His 5th of the game, the 7th total for the Bombers. Folks, if you haven't seen Joe Mafia hockey before, that's
you ain't
about
here.
it.
If you haven't seen it, you ain't here.
That's a look at one of the best players in the state. It's now Lemanski up ice. Draw. Ludlow headed up. 35 seconds to go. Game's not over yet. that chance.
Empty net Ludlow again.
Past Colback. Ludlow opting to keep the extra attacker, taking any chance they'll get to win this game. Inside of 15 seconds to go. Pass to nowhere, point, blocked!
Blocked to the
by
face.
Hollister. Body on the line, Mafia ices it down. It drifts towards the net. It won't have enough speed to get there, but that will end the game. The Bombers, a 7-5 victory against the Ludlow Lions. You don't see a game like that very often. That's 5 goals from Mafia. And a Bombers home win.
Total shots, Westfield 33, Ludlow 25. That period was 13-9 on Westfield's favor.
Westfield able to turn things around after a rough first few minutes. They kept their heads up. Got a goal late in the first to get their deficit to 1. We're able to tie it up in the second. Ludlow extended the lead back. Westfield was able to crawl their way back up and tie it, get the lead. Then Ludlow tied it again. It's hard to keep track of. Extremely fast second period, set up for an exciting last few minutes or so. Signing off from Amelia Park Arena, I'm Owen McIsaac, joined by our amazing crew with Westfield Community TV. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself.
It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics,
Scientists.
And millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon.
This is my time.
Find your place in space. Space for all.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11 to nothing in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.